And we're back, folks. We're back here again for another reaction of We Trying. This time we're gonna react to what are we reacting to?
I don't know.
Boston. Yeah. I'm happy for your Celtics, man. I know you're
Where
excited.
we're at.
Let's
What are
let's
we?
do let's do Mission Impossible. This will so full disclosure ahead. We tried to do this before, and I
Hmm.
clearly don't know how the computer works. Leroy's
Hmm.
happy about that, and we had
I
some
didn't say anything.
echoes.
I
You
didn't say
already
anything.
know you said stuff off camera. You already said stuff.
I just, I just want to go on record as saying I heard something.
Uh huh.
Someone told me I didn't hear anything,
No, what I said was I didn't hear anything. I never said what you said was wrong. I just said I didn't hear anything.
but it was there.
I mean, who's to say?
I
That video doesn't exist anymore, so maybe
love
it's
how
not there.
I love how you don't want to admit.
You were right. Be happy you right.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Hold on. What? 106. Okay. Okay.
Time stamping and everything. Okay,
Yep.
cool. 106. Let's get to Mission Impossible and see what we got.
Hold on. I gotta make. Let's go.
Okay.
Your days of fighting for the so-called greater good are over.
Boo.
Hey man, Kittredge is just trying to keep the company safe.
To control the truth, the concepts of right and wrong for everyone for centuries to come. You're fighting to save an ideal that doesn't exist. Never did. You need to pick a side.
I wonder what he means by pick a side. Is he saying the government is corrupt?
You told me to pick a side. No, feel that.
Every time I see that, that's wild.
There you go. Wait for it. Wait for it.
He goes so far before he pulls the parachute cord in that scene.
See, here's the thing. I don't think he pulls a parachute cord.
You think it's a wingsuit?
That's what I'm wondering.
Okay, I can see that.
The only question is, why didn't we see the suit?
Um, yeah, I think the idea is they want to save something for the rest of the rest of the movie, I guess. But I mean, we talked about it earlier. Like the scope in this movie is incredible. All the scenes, it looks like a combination of what were some things you thought of when you saw the trailer the first time?
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I saw the trailer the first time, the first couple of scenes reminded me of the last couple of movies. They looked very similar, and I thought they were doing showings of the old movies. And
Hmm.
it looks certain scenes reminded me of like Lawrence of Arabia, Ishtar. Um, I I'm excited for this. I've
Hmm.
said before, I think Mission Impossible is one of those movies where Tom Cruise gives his all. White
Yeah,
Jackie Chan is going to do his best
he's gonna
to.
die on camera for us.
I mean, he just about in every movie he does something where you're just like, what is your insurance rate like?
Yeah, I yeah.
Like, are you insured by State Farm? Like how much are you insured for? Because you literally are about to die in every one of these movies he does.
People in the chat can tell us, but I wish like some behind the scenes people knew like how actors are insured because I assume since most of these movies are done with his production company, maybe that's how he's able to do it. Maybe he's putting up most of the costs. I don't know, but yeah, it's wild.
I mean, if I don't know if people remember, but this was the movie that Tom Cruise. Because again, I forgot that this was coming out because I was so focused on Top Gun. Um, this was the movie that Tom Cruise kind of had his Christian Bale moment where he kind of lost it on a movie set during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I bring it up because Tom Cruise is one of those dudes where say what you will about him, the off the camera stuff, his personal life. This is a man who, when it comes to his movies, he brings it every time. He pushes it to a level of I want the movie going experience to be a unique experience for these people, and if I have to die on camera for that to
I will
happen,
do it.
I mean,
I will die for my art.
because remember, this movie was delayed because he got injured again. And what was going on. And the last Mission Impossible got delayed because didn't he broke a leg or something? I'm trying to remember. I have this internet right here and I could look it
I
up.
don't remember. I remember maybe like in Mission Impossible 3, he like really shattered or like did something to his back. Like that scene where he shoots that whatever that gun is at the drone
Mhm.
and it blows him away and he hits that car. I remember like
Yeah.
he like really hurt his back very hard. Or
Well,
whatever.
remember when he jumps, where he's like running, Benji's in his ear, and he's jumping from building.
And he clips his leg, yeah.
Mhm.
And like the fourth one or whatever,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that one, I know he injured himself in that one. It's one of those things where you're like, there are certain people who you know, whether the movie's good or not, this person is not going to phone it in. This person is not going. Tom Cruise is not the person to take a day off and be like, you know what? Cruise is like, yeah, today is the day I die.
It seems like it. Yeah, he's like, whatever. I've had a good run. I'm curious, and I guess we have a whole year to kind of contemplate and depict this, for other people to figure out what there she is. The woman who you didn't know was in the movie.
I not.
Yeah. Yeah, she's looking great. Everybody's looking great in this movie. It's great to see our returning characters. I'm really happy to see Kittredge back. And I remember as I was kind of following this movie. Well, not that I like the person, but I just like that the world is all encompassing. It's just like, oh yeah, this spans from Mission Impossible 1 through Mission Impossible 6. It's just like this just shows how connected the world is. He's definitely making his own, not his MCU, but like a Mission Impossible U, right? For sure.
I mean, he takes. I mean, you got to think about it. Like right now, we're discussing Mission Impossible with Top Gun coming out in theaters. He put his cast. Tom Cruise goes like you whatever you want to say about him. The man goes hard, and he is taken. And we said this on a. It's not really a challenge, but it's almost like there are certain franchises you know what you're going to get with him, and this Mission Impossible seems to be the most out of like the fantastic movies like Fast and the Furious. This one seems to be more grounded in reality, but even grounded in reality, he's like, I'm gonna push what your mind, what you can believe in a spy film.
Yeah, for sure. And I think part of that is the fact that he does his own stunts, right? So you're there with him. Like you always think of how, and you talked about this before when we tried to react to it before. It's always crazy to think about Tom Cruise, but you're like, oh, there are also camera people with him as well who don't get any glory, who are actually in on this scene shooting it with him. So like those people, hats off to them as well.
I mean, if you go back to when he did the Halo jump, and that whole clip of that Halo jump with him and Superman, Henry Cavill. It was just how Henry Cavill goes unconscious. He's trying to get his shoot together. the whole time there's a dude out there
filming it all and keeping it in focus and everything is like, oh man, like Chris Brathwaite ain't doing this.
I mean, on ground, and I mean, you would think there was an earthquake going on. Meanwhile, dudes is out here. I don't know. Have you seen it? So Winning Time came out, right?
Mhm.
And so that they showed some of the behind the scenes of how some of these shots were filmed. Do you realize there's a dude on rollerblades with a steady cam zooming in between the stars to get the court?
I wondered how they were moving in between during the shots like that. That's interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
That's how. And I was like, this, like, that's what I'm saying about Tom Cruise. Like, you're blown away by Winning Time is doing that. And then Tom Cruise is like, oh, you thought that was cool? Watch this.
Right. I mean,
meanwhile, Tom Cruise and Christopher Nolan out here blowing up planes, jumping out of planes. I mean,
oh man, I can just keep watching.
I'm like, honestly, this is how.
I said I can just keep watching this over and over.
This is how I imagine Tom Cruise's photographer. Yeah. You want to do what? Yeah. Okay. Tuesday. All right. Honey, I may not make it. Yeah, that was Tom Cruise again.
That was Tom. Yeah, she's like, oh, it's Tom.
That,
Yeah, it's
that
Tom.
was Tom. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get the will updated. Let me kiss the kids. I mean,
yeah.
Tom is just out there, just
all the time. I love it.
Every
but yeah, we got to go because we got to record some other videos since I flubbed them up before, y'all. But
1206.
Fantastic. I'm gonna love this day as I put these videos back up. But you can find us on YouTube at We Trying. You can find us at Twitter, Twitch, Instagram at We Trying, y'all. Again, this is our new channel. You may have seen this from the News 19 Nerds. We have branched out doing our own thing, trying to create our own little niche here. And thank you for following us on this journey. We'll see y'all later, and Captain Carter will see y'all later too. We out.